Good evening and happy New Year. This is me, and well, nobody else at the moment, but you never know; they might turn up sooner or later. Other than that, I'm here. I'm sure I'll keep you entertained for a little while. I do see that Pascal's been here for hours. I don't know if he's still here; he might have wandered away. But uh, welcome. Thanks for coming along and joining me. What we're going to do? Not a lot. I was going to talk to someone else, but there's nobody else here at the moment, so I'll just talk to myself. Um, Welcome. It's 2019. This is the first show of the year. As ever, nothing planned, no anything going on. If you're watching, come and join in chat. Give me something to talk about. Otherwise, I'll just sit here quietly and read a book or something while I'm sitting here looking pretty. So, yeah. Obviously, I'm Chris from Gross Models. This is just my evening hanging out. John's in. Wishing I could join you this week, but he's back at work. Yeah, last week on the Wednesday, I did a free-for-all where everybody was welcome to join in, and a couple of people did. I'll do another one in a month or two just to give you a chance to come in and say hello. It's nice to put faces and voices to the names in the chat and things. So let's see. Pascal's still there. Yeah. Jamie Bones in. Hi everyone. Equal Pete. Evening, Chris. Yeah, so there's a few of you. I'll see there's 12 viewers now, apparently. If you're one of the viewers that aren't actually in the chat, make sure you're using the actual YouTube app or on a computer or something. Find the chat. It's probably on the side there, or it reverses the video. I don't know. It's probably on the left. It's probably over there somewhere, or down the bottom. Come in, say hello, let us know you're here. Shane Young's just come in saying good evening all. So, yeah. As I say, at some point, if I don't knock the camera too much, one or more of the gang might turn up and give me somebody else to talk to and ask questions of. I've got a very Star Warsy theme going on here. I've just noticed. I've put my big R2 up here that I've just finished. Oh, there it is. Quite a decent size half scale R2D2 done from the D'Agostini part work. Just on the left over here is my new Christmas present, my little Sphero R2D2. And my brother got me a lamp, which is a TIE Fighter, which isn't turned on at the moment. But yeah, so I unintentionally, I deliberately put the big R2 up there because I thought that'd give me something to do. But the others would just happen to be in shot. That's gone very Star Warsy. John says, "I see R2 over your shoulder. Love it." Yeah. He's all dirtied up now, weathered and nasty. He's got a restraining bolt that comes off, so I've got to put it back, or he might get ideas and run around and go crazy. But so John says the lamp is cool. Yeah, it's hang about. No, I've not got the power turned onto the USB at the moment. It's only a little LED bulb in there that just gives a little bit of light. It's not very bright, but it's quite interesting. It's fun. And if you can't have fun, what can you do? Jamie says the only thing you're missing is Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, I don't actually. No, I haven't got a Jar Jar Binks. I've got the other Sphero BB-8 that I've had for a while, sitting over there on his little charging station. But it's quite cool. They actually talk to each other. Let me pull him out. I'll put him over there. So if you do actually activate them using the app, they when you turn them off, they don't actually turn off. They just talk to each other. So let me connect them up, and then they'll start talking in about 10 minutes. Jar Jar will barbecue up real nice, says John. Yeah, well, I don't mind Jar Jar. He's fine. I've not got a problem with Jar Jar. Let's just connect up the droids. Starting the Sphero app. Searching for nearby droids, and it's found 2 of them. So we connect up to R2, and the little lights come on, which is just in camera. Move that a little bit. There we go. Move the microphone a little bit. So we'll confirm him. He's very cool. He actually gets his little leg comes out and he moves around and everything. So, but if I turn that off now, he goes back to sleep. But he doesn't actually go back to sleep. They go into some sort of strange talking mode where they talk to each other. It's very strange. You'll notice they'll start beeping in a little while. All right, that's the chat. Yeah, so it's 2019. How was your Christmas? Did you all have good time? Good time off. I've only been back at work a couple of days since Christmas, so I'm still very confused as to what day it is. You're lucky I'm here at all, because it doesn't feel like a Thursday yet. Have I set the droids down to watch a Star Wars movie yet? I did with the BB-8 when they started that thing, but I haven't done it since. I'll have to put the two of them on and put them to movie mode. I noticed they've got, I think they haven't got Solo, but they've got all the others. They've got Rogue One and everything on there. So they listen to the soundtrack and react to certain bits and things throughout the film. It's yeah, very strange. I'll do that. I won't do that now, but I'll do that off camera. But yeah, I think I turned him off, right? So he's going to activate and start talking to each other. Apparently the BB-8 is the first one that came out, and you can roll him around, and it's very, the way his head moves is great. It's actually magnetic. The head is just a magnetic extra bit that pops on the top, but it stays at the top when you're moving around. It's very clever. I don't know how it works with magnets and stuff, but it's very impressive. But the R2's got much more functionality to him because he's a newer droid. So yeah, let's see. John says, enjoyed my time off, but glad to get back to the normal routine. Yeah, because John was away for a few days, but now he's back to turning out, one kit every 10 minutes or something. That's a ridiculous amount of models John does. What have I been doing? I've been doing the Warhammer on Sundays. Warhamster Sunday late show, which I've been doing the Taurox. I haven't glued it all together. It's got lots of separate bits on it at the moment, because this is just built but not actually painted yet, because you've got to get to the inside, because there's a lot of detail on the inside there. So I can't glue in any of the people yet. And oh, there you go, that's R2 and BB-8 woken up, starting to talk to each other. Yeah, so they sort of react to each other and play off each other. It's quite good fun. John says, cool, love the rocket launcher on the top. Yeah, I think that was, I decided to go with the Prime rocket launcher version. But obviously you can't stick that on until you've done some painting. So I'm going to get in trouble, because Warhammer painting you're meant to do all at once. You're meant to build it and then paint it, apparently, because that's the rules. So I've already not glued bits of it together, so I'm going to be in trouble. But before Sunday's show, I'll be priming it. I've got to prime it in white. So I'm doing the outside of it in orange, and the orange doesn't go up very well over a black paint primer, which I'd normally use on that sort of vehicle. So I've got to prime it in white, and then the orange will come through quite nicely, apparently. John says no rules. Yeah, there's Warhammer rules, and Fox gets cross if I don't follow the rule. I've got to do all the proper painting and not taking paint out the pot, unless it's one of the shades and things like that. You can do that apparently, but I've got to use wet palettes and things and do it, or he won't draw me a Warhamster, and he's got to draw me a Warhamster. I need one for the little thumbnail image. I've got to have a Warhamster. In the Grimdark Future, there are no rules. Well, there's rules for making the models of the Grimdark Future, but yeah. Pascal says, I'm trying that now with a Supercoat Jackal built on New Year's Eve. What, doing the proper painting thing? Yeah, it's building a complete kit before painting. Yeah, it's strange. I normally don't paint individual bits and then stick them all together. I normally do. And they're going to keep going for about quarter of an hour, apparently. I normally do sub-assemblies, so I'd build almost what I've done there, but more so, I wouldn't have built the. I probably wouldn't have put all the little gun things on, which I've done. I'd do that all separately, but yeah. Chris Tyrone's in. He says, Chris, there's no rules when it comes to Warhammer, and don't listen to Fox. I have to listen to Fox if I want him to do things for me. Then you've got to sort of stay on his good side, because otherwise he just doesn't do it. Even if you stay on his good side, he sometimes doesn't do it. He just forgets. But anyway, Warhammer's got rules. It's Gundam that hasn't got rules. Gundam's freedom, but Warhammer is rules. It's all the Imperium thing and stuff. I don't understand Warhammer at all. I've been building bits, but I don't know anything about it. If you missed out on the Warhammer, the previous build that I've done was that one, which is a Dark Elder Raider, apparently. I didn't read what it says on the box. So that was done all on the live streams on a Sunday evening. Which I do obviously as a live stream. You do it live because that's part of the word. But after that, it does become exclusive to my patrons to watch it back again. But so that's built now almost, but still got painting to do. And I was wondering about what I'm going to do next. Sorry, I thought it was making noises again. Paul at Glued to the Sprue bought me a Christmas present. Actually bought me a few Christmas presents. He got me that, which is the Orc Battle Wagon upgrade pack to go with the Orc Battle Wagon, which he got me as well. There you go. Now they're talking to each other. But there doesn't seem to be any instructions for the Battle Wagon upgrade pack, so I'll have to play around and figure out what's going on. They might have some in the thing himself. And he also got me that because he liked the name of it. Yeah, the Orc Mega Knobs. So yeah. I see I have a visitor. We have Lynn. Lynn's joined us from Americas.
Hello.
Good evening, Lynn. You were in a little bit before we went live, but now we're live broadcasting to the world. Well, to 22 people apparently, but they're probably half of them are me.
I haven't left because I came on.
Good evening. How was your Christmas and New Year time?
It was good. I had to work. It was nice and quiet at the hospital. No big emergencies or anything like that. It was nice and quiet.
No emergencies are always good in a hospital, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrone says that Warhammer, there's only the rule of cool. Yeah, yeah, but there's painting rules as well, and Duncan gets crossed if you use more than 2 thin coats, and you can't just slap it on and things like that. So yeah, have you done any Warhammer at all, Lynn?
No, I did get the first issue of that.
Oh, the Conquest thing, yeah.
The Conquest magazine, but I haven't done it yet because I'm in the midst of moving again.
Yeah.
So everything's kind of packed away, and it's becoming a pain.
Yeah, but once you get settled, you'll be settled again, and it'll be good.
Once I get into an official house,
yeah,
I can work on it. I did find a real nice, good modeling desk at the hospital that they were about to throw out. So I was going to put my name on it, and well, by the time I got my name on it, they had already tossed it in the bin.
Really? Oh, that's not great.
So I need to ask them to dig it out if they. That's right, R2.
Yeah, he was all sad about that. Ooh.
Yeah, I'll have to go talk to them and see if they can fetch it out. If not, that's okay.
Well, they might fire another one out. You have to get there quicker.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Not really else. I mean, I don't plan these things because planning's for, I don't know, people that know what they're doing.
Yeah. CEOs and stuff.
Yeah, that's none of that. Don't do any of that around here. So really.
So how are you liking your R2D2
the big one?
Yeah, the big one.
He's been great. It's been a long 2 years building him, but it's worth it in the end. I can't turn that one on because he moves a lot and he'll just jump off, and he's heavy.
No, he jumps like 2 inches when he charges.
When you turn him on, he jumps forward a little bit, and that's going to move you enough to put him over my shoulder on the floor. But
you don't want him jumping off the desk because
you really don't know. And he doesn't just sit there when you're not using him. He's got some sort of built-in personality that he just sort of moves around a little bit and makes noises and looks around, and not ideal for when he's not on the floor.
Yeah.
Stefan Lastin says, Sweden present. Just opening up my Trumpeter 148 scale, the Havilland Hornet F1. It looks very nice.
Oh, wow.
So 148 is a bit big for me. I don't do anything nearly that big.
That's my scale is 148, but I do have a Sherman tank sitting over there somewhere that I'm going to build. And I have a 135th helicopter. And I got some Ming tiny tune tanks, and yeah. And You don't say.
They'll stop any time now. They'll go very quiet for a bit. Yeah, the Toon Tank. I did the Toon Tank at Christmas, didn't I? I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, you did. I like that Toon Tank. I haven't really voted because I'm kind of tied between yours and Fox's and Ted's. I don't know who to vote for.
Oh, you vote for me. That's the easy answer. If you're in any doubt, vote for me.
Okay.
This is the Firefly variant, so
Yeah.
it's a bit different to the one that Fox and Ted were doing.
That's a big
It's
gun
got
on
extra bits, a bigger gun, and it's got sort of big piles of wood on the back and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And my turret still goes around, which I think one of theirs doesn't.
How about your tracks?
The tracks would go round, but I covered them in mud.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
they're
yeah.
not really going to go around much anymore. They would,
Yeah,
but
yeah, about
yeah.
that.
But no. But yeah, that was great fun. That was only 4 hours, or just under 4 hours from box to finished. So yeah, that was good fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Pascal says, "Isn't every week a stream not a planning?" Yeah, I don't plan anything ever.
I didn't plan to jump in. I just saw the link and whoa, hello.
Ah, no, it's always fine. Yeah, so yeah, that was what's that? Not Boxing Day, was it? It was Saturday. Yeah, sometime between Christmas and New Year, the three of us.
On the 29th is when y'all did that.
That was it. Yep. Yeah. So you've got until Monday to get a vote in.
Oh, okay.
Not that it makes any difference which of us wins, but basically everyone that puts in a vote or a comment after the video on the eModels UK channel get a chance to win one of a couple of kits that were given away. So eModels have donated a couple of kits to give away. So
how much was the Tamiya 132nd F4U Corsairs?
I don't remember what they were.
One of them's a tank and the other one is an F4.
It could easily be. I don't remember. They were just kits, and I didn't look. I looked at them, but I didn't really pay much attention to them. So yeah.
Yeah.
And Fox is about. He says not able to make it to join in, but wanted to drive by and say hi. Hello.
Hey, Fox.
Yeah, look, we've been talking to. There you go, Fox. Look, Torox.
Ooh, cool.
That was Sunday's effort. It's not all glued together yet. I've got to prime it all before this Sunday's show. So
yeah.
Fox says vote Fox. It doesn't mean vote Fox because he cheated. He cheated and started building his before we went live and finished it after we went live as well. He spent twice as long building it as me and Ted. So yeah.
And you and Ted, I think you were the first one to finish.
I don't know. I mean, it's difficult with weathering and stuff. You can't really put a time on when it was finished. But Fox put a little dude standing out the top of his, which he didn't do until after the stream. So definitely finished.
I think you finished first, and then Ted, and then
he says, "I know. I watched the stream. You didn't watch the stream. You're in the stream. It's not watching.
I watched the stream. I just finished it a couple of days ago.
Yeah. See, oh, now you can go and vote for me.
It only took me 2 days to watch it, though.
Meatballs and Bobbington's in, so an evening all. Jerry's in, and Jerry says that Fox still finished last. Yeah. Yeah, Meatball says hi, Lynn. Oops.
Yeah, I can't see the chat, so.
No, that's right. I've got that up there. Yeah, Osric came in and said Happy New Year all, to which everyone's saying Happy New Year. That was just before Fox came in.
Happy New Year, peeps.
Fox says some of us did proper complicated brushy and didn't just whop an airbrush about. Well, you know, if you've got time limits, then you've got to work to your strengths, and you know.
Yeah, they weren't cheating.
And I've looked at the comments on the eModels channel, and when I looked earlier on today, there were 24 comments, and 17 of them were voting for me. So what can I say? You know, the public have spoken already. So you know. I think 3 or 4 were voting for you, Fox, though, so it's all right. You got a couple of votes. People did mention you.
Well, you got to remember, Fox is a perfectionist when he paints.
Yeah.
So that's why it took him a little bit longer.
Could be, yeah.
Because he has to put his base coat down, his next layer, and his next.
Well, he'd already done the primer before we started, I think.
Yeah.
Pascal says 18 votes for Chris now. Sorry, Fox.
I'm still deciding, so Yeah.
Well, the way we're going to work it out is basically on Monday's channel, Monday's E-Model show, we'll do a live random picking of the comments. And the one that, or the two rather, that get randomly picked will decide which of the three of us win the public vote. So it might be, if you only get one vote, you might still win it.
So I could actually vote for all three of you, and then
I think it only picks one per person. But
oh,
yeah, you can't have multiple votes. It don't work like that. But there isn't any prize between the three of us. It's just bragging rights, isn't it? So
I know.
So if I win, when I win, then I'll just make it hell for the two of them. That
yeah.
Yeah. Odric says democracy in action. Yeah.
Hoorah.
Vote Chris. Right. I don't know. It might be a short show tonight if there's not much going on. Everyone's still sort of fat from Christmas and not wanting to do anything and not much going on. Not really anything planned. I'm not actually going to be doing the show next week. I'm out on Thursday night, so there won't be one next week anyway. So once we do finish, it'll be 2 weeks till we're back. But Modern Waking Guru Fox says, seems odd that all the votes are for the only one of us that's reminded everyone to vote. Just saying. No, I think you'll find that Ted started off the reminding people to vote things when he posted on his own page. So yeah, it's not. Fox is going to make dinner. So well, good night, Fox. See you soon. Bye. Miss you.
Sorry you couldn't drop in.
He'll drop in another time. Very busy man, Fox. He hasn't really got back into the swing of it after Christmas yet. So
okay.
I think it's the same for a lot of people. It's all been very strange Christmas. And Meatballs and Bovington says, Chris, it is then.
I had 3 days off during the break. I had 3 last weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday last weekend off, and I don't remember it.
Oh, what? Stress or drinking or?
It's the stress of moving and being cold and being sick to top it off, and
isn't it hot time that he's not that cold? Is it? What is it cold?
It's cold.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's wintertime here.
I thought it was America. I thought it was always hot.
No.
When you say cold, you mean like only 20 degrees or something? Or what's that in real money?
22 Fahrenheit. That would be. I don't know. I can't do that in my head. You're asking something difficult.
No, but is it not snow cold, but cold?
It's not so cold, but cold.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's been the last couple of days here have been very cold.
We had a little flurry of snow that stuck to the ground for a half a day.
Oh, right, yeah. It's probably a little bit colder than it is here at the moment then. The last couple of days have been getting down to sort of, below freezing at night, but just above during the daytime.
Yeah. Well, we don't get that cold.
Right. Oh, Steve's in Totally Scale Models. Let's see. Fox started with his tank primed before the stream began, and he didn't finish when the stream finished, and he was putting a figure in the tank. Yeah, he's cheating.
Yeah.
We all knew it. He's gone now, so you can say what you like. He won't watch this back again. It's fine. You got the link, Steve. Come and join us in chat. Give us something else to talk about, because otherwise I'm just going to sit here quietly and listen to Lynn's bird making noises in the background. Because R2's finished now. He's gone quiet.
Yeah.
Meatballs and Bovington says drinking. Good job, Lynn.
Yeah. Just for clarification, it's 22 degrees Fahrenheit is -5 Celsius.
Oh, yeah, so a bit colder than it is here. Apparently today was meant to be between +5 and -2 around here, but I don't know that it got to minus really. But
yeah,
what does my weather app say it's going to do tonight? Let's have a look. The Met Office weather app tells me at the moment it's 4 degrees.
Oh wow!
Going down to -1, no 0 at 2 o'clock tomorrow morning. It'll be 0. And -1 at 6 and 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Oh my gosh.
So actually cold in the morning. Then the sun comes out at 9 o'clock and it goes up to 1. Tomorrow's going up to a high of 3, a low of -1. So yeah. Steve won't be in. He's making tea now. So everyone's just doing food. Why do you not eat at normal time of the day? What time do people have food and tea, supper, dinner, whatever you want to call it? Your evening meal. What time do you have an evening meal? I know for you there it's like mid-afternoon or something, isn't it, Lynn?
Yeah.
So you
mid-afternoon is, or afternoon is lunch, and then around 6 o'clock is dinner.
Yeah, 6 o'clock's a good time. Yeah, that'd be my normal time for aiming to eat. Is sort of 5:45, 6 o'clock. Yeah.
So when I'm at work, lunch is whenever I can take it.
Yeah, that's always tricky.
1 hour before I get off, and I still go eat it.
Yeah. Right. Oh, Chris Coatling's in. So, good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year. Again, you're also in the gang. You're welcome to come and join us if you like. Steve says it's -3 later in the morning here, which is the same sort of place as me, Londonish. Pascal says an evening to everybody, I think, or just saying it's evening. I'm not sure. Shane Young says it's 5 p.m. for us. Is that dinner food time? Yeah, that's not the time at the moment. It's what time you have food. Yeah, 5's a bit early. I don't finish work till 5, so by the time I get home, it's at least 5:30. So, Ickle Pete says when I get home about 6:30.
Yeah. Well, it's 53 Fahrenheit here, or 11 Celsius here right now, so it's not too bad.
No, that's all right. Yeah, that's sort of what it was last week around here.
Yeah. So,
Steve says we don't normally eat that late unless we're having takeaway. Yeah, takeaway food time is different to normal food time. Yeah.
When I get off at 6 o'clock at night from work, I usually just swing by somewhere and get some to-go food or takeaway or whatever y'all take away, and then
Rat Pack 30 says throws around a potato chip dip. Yeah, as long as there's potato chips to go with it as well, or crisps as we call them.
Crisps, yeah. I want to be speaking British one of these days. So, yeah. So what did everybody else get for Christmas? Getting good models or anything? I think we froze. Chris, did you freeze? Hang on.
I might have gone, but I'm back now.
Did you go away or did I go away?
People in chat were saying I've gone, but I hadn't really gone because I can still see the chat. So I don't know. I think Google.
Huh. Well, you froze on my screen, and I was like, "What?"
No, I think Google's having Hangout fun as it does on occasion.
Oh, okay.
Osric's asking if someone banned me. No, nobody can ban me. Steve says, "Did I get bored on my own stream?" Yes, but I didn't go anywhere. But no. Chris says, "Yeah, he's back." Right. Steve says he's having jet spuds for tea tonight. What's a jet spud? What?
Is that a spud with jets on it?
I don't know. I mean, spuds are obviously potatoes. I would assume in this context as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what a jet spud is. You have to, because Steve is actually a cook. He's a chefy type person, so he knows his food.
Right.
But I don't know what a jet spud is.
Little bitty jet engines on the side of it, and it flies around.
It's not jet. It's JKT. It's jacket.
Oh.
Jacket potatoes. Right.
Okay.
That won't take very long. You can do that. Then you can still come and join us. Be fine. Just put them in the oven and then come back and join us, then nip off in 10 minutes and check them.
Right.
Rat Pack says he got booze and clothes for Christmas. You need clothes, and you can't go wrong with booze, really, can you? So yeah, it's fine. Tyrone says my hamster and toasty powered computer broke for a second. No, if it was powered by toasties, it wouldn't be powered at all because I'd eat them. I don't eat hamsters, but no, it was still working. It was here. I was still here, but everyone else seemed to go. But the chat was still working. So I don't know. It wasn't the internet connection dying as it happened in the past, because then I wouldn't have been able to see the chat anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
you kind of froze there just for a second.
Yeah, I think it was Google playing Google fun, as with everything.
Google or ISP or whatever.
I don't know. It all goes a bit strange, doesn't it?
Or else it's my VPN that's causing a problem. I have it turned on. Maybe I should turn it off.
We're all right. Jamie Bone says, I'm waiting for the Husky 135th from Meng. I'm still looking for the Warhammer 40k Conquest issue 5. Anyone have any ideas apart from eBay? No, I don't. I would assume that it's Hachette, isn't it? Or Hachette. They're doing it. So they might well have back issues at some point, because I assume you can still go to the website and start collecting it from the beginning now. So they're going to have to reprint at some point. Or paying whatever over the odds for eBay is going to be your best bet.
They don't ship over here to the US, so I was lucky Neil sent me one.
You probably need to get a PO box or something and get it shipped across in batches or something.
Yeah.
Don't know.
I don't know.
Steve says, give me 5 minutes and I'll be in. Fine, we'll wait. Vincent's in, Mr. Lost Model Making, evening everyone, but he's in again in there, not in here. So
yeah.
You know, I don't know. Stefan says, I've got a box of various cheeses. The smell kind of gave it away before I opened it. Yeah, some cheeses you would know from quite a long way away that was what you were getting, I should think. Or it might be socks. It could be either way. It could be cheeses or socks.
Yeah. Limburger cheese. Okay. We froze again. Oh. Oh, that's Platts. Oh, I think we've gone out. Somebody else there? I don't have chat, so I can't tell if anybody's here. Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris.
See me or hear me? Oh, it looks like my picture.
Here, Chris.
I've come back. I don't know.
I tried to keep him company, but
like this, it won't be a very long show because it's going to disappear.
I can't keep doing this.
Tyrone says, Chris, stop eating them toasties from the computer. Yeah, if only it was that. I'm hearing some weird clicking. Is it Chris? No, I think that was Lynn. I could hear that bit.
My birds squawking.
Might well be, yeah. Switch it off and on again, Chris, says Gosrick. Yeah, that might be the answer. I've only just rebooted it, made sure everything was all right, and it was fine. The internet's still there because the chat's still working. That's what threw me.
Right.
Last time everything died, it was because my internet just died. But this time it seems to be Google having a fun 5 minutes, as they often do. Don't know. It doesn't seem to be they stopped supporting the Google Hangouts a while back, but there isn't really an alternative to it for streaming multiple people. I can do when I do the Warhammer Sundays, I don't use Hangouts. I just stream directly through using a an OBS Streamlabs software, and
Oh,
that
okay.
doesn't seem to have any trouble. Although saying that, last week apparently that did glitch in the middle, but nobody noticed, and it created 2 duplicate files of it and then deleted one. It's very strange.
Oh,
But you know,
I'd like
hopefully,
to learn how to do a Google Hangout, start one up. But
yeah. Google thinks it's Y2K and goes bonkers, says Ratpack. Yeah, it's probably just. I say they don't support it anymore. They used to have what they call the Google Toolbox, which let us have banners across the bottom with your name in it, and little pictures and things. That just stopped working one day, all of a sudden, and then it came back for like a week, and then it just has gone since. I haven't even tried to open it up today.
oh my gosh,
They've changed something somewhere, and it stops things working, but there isn't actually anyone running the back end of Hangouts anymore. They don't support it, so. And a Wild Steve has appeared. He's got his potatoes in the oven, and he's come to join us.
Good evening.
From his purple room.
Purple.
hello.
Quite purple. Yeah. Good evening. Happy New Year, as you say.
Happy New Year to you too as well.
At least now, if I disappear, there'll be 2 of you that talk to each other. So.
Got bored with his own streams. Like, oh, I'm gonna go.
I don't know what's going on with it. So, how's your New Year been?
Not too bad. Not too bad. It was a bit quiet, you know. So. New Year's always quiet for us. So.
Yeah. And how was your Christmas?
Yeah, the wife was working Christmas Day, so we didn't sort of start our Christmas until about 6, 7 o'clock.
Oh well.
So the kids were chomping at the bits to open their presents. I'm like, I'm like, no,
you can't open them before she goes to work in the morning. They were like up at 4 a.m. or something.
No. She was up at 5, so they had their stockings at 5, and then they went back to bed. So
right. That sounds
she
fair,
went to work, and I went to bed. Thanks very much. Best way.
Yep, absolutely.
And yourselves?
Yeah, well, same much the same, but without the working. Just yeah.
I had to work.
Yeah, but you've been back to work since, haven't you?
I went back yesterday. Yeah. So I've been there yesterday and today.
Oops.
I worked 7 days straight.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't planning going back to work till Monday, but my veg supplier is a pain in the arse, and so I have to go back to work tomorrow. I phoned them up today and said, right, my kids don't actually go back to school till Tuesday, and you're due to deliver to me on Tuesday, but I know you won't guarantee me a delivery by 8 o'clock in the morning. I said, so how about doing me a favour, doing me a big delivery on the Monday rather than the Tuesday, and then I won't do another delivery until the following Friday. She's like, oh, I don't know, I have to email someone about that one. I was like, okay. So half an hour, she phoned me back. No, I can't do that because we don't have a van in your area. Okay, so that means you're going to come tomorrow, and I'm going to give you the smallest order you've probably ever got. Yeah. So I have to go in tomorrow for 5 items being delivered tomorrow.
5?
Oh,
5 items.
When you're talking about 5 items, you mean like 5 tomatoes or something, or?
No, 5 different items. So like I've got lettuce, tomatoes, cucumber. Like I've got a kilo of tomatoes coming, 6 cucumbers, 1 iceberg lettuce, 2.5 kilo of peeled carrots, and I think some new potatoes, about a kilo of new potatoes. And she's like, I said, well, yeah, you don't want to come on Monday, so this needs to start me off first thing Monday morning.
Yeah, because they're going to be back on. They'll be there on Tuesday with the proper delivery.
Yeah, I said, so now I've got to take a time out and go to work tomorrow, which I didn't want to do, and I'll end up being there for like 5-6 hours just waiting for this poxy delivery.
Well, they might come early. You never know. Might turn up.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It could happen.
I'm going to check just going to check my ticket for that lottery win. Yeah.
Ratpack 30 says, I bought myself a Gunpla, what a bomb, as a gift to myself. But since I'm still saving for a rather expensive laptop, I'm trying my damn hardest to refrain from buying more kits.
Yeah, I've put myself on a kit buying ban this year.
Yeah, I've decided I've got enough. I've got enough to keep me going at my present rate of building kits.
Exactly.
I've probably got enough for about 10 years.
I haven't got quite that much. I've probably got enough to last me, like I say, my building rate, 2 years, maybe 2.5 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, I'm doing sort of one of mine and then one of E-models.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can mine basically doubled the build time of anything because
Right.
Yeah. So I've chosen my I know it sounds stupid. How can you choose what kits you're going to build this year? But I've earmarked five kits for this year.
all right. Is that a minimum, or you reckon that'd be?
That's a minimum. I think if I do much more than that, I'll be very pleasantly surprised. But my build rate, because I have to work and every night, and then my wife works in the evenings, so in the evenings most of my evenings are taken up with the kids. So it tends to be only a little bit on the weekend I get to work. So do it. So we'll see.
Yep.
I'm hoping to do some this year too.
Yeah. Well, once you get settled, it's time for it to come in, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, Steve, you're going to build R2, I hear.
Well.
Uh-oh.
The plan is I want to do the X-Wing.
Yeah, everyone wants to do the X-Wing.
But as you and me both know, we've got these delightful letters saying that they're not going to run it.
No, it didn't. It said that they were going to run it. It's going to start very soon.
Yeah. The thing is, it's running in Germany.
Apparently, yeah, and America.
Because someone messaged me, said it's going okay in Germany, and I do believe it's in the States as well, Lynn.
Yes.
So
I think it's in the States.
Why the feck is it not being at it? This would fly off the shelf. But also, normally, about this sort of time, they do start advertising their stuff, don't they?
Yeah, it is normally just
in
the beginning of January. I've been checking the website. I've been checking the website occasionally to make sure it's not appeared.
Because I want to do that. I want to do that because, you know, this. Look how fucking big it is.
Blueprint. Yeah, I've got one of them. I've got two of them actually.
Yeah, you've probably got two because you've got two kits, two start sets. Oh, look, it's freaking huge.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm presuming that's the same sort of blueprint you got for the Falcon.
Yep.
Yeah, because I saw some people with theirs. So why they're not running it? Because people are going to want to build that. And there's your avid builders like yourself. Who's the other guy? Wayne's World. He does a lot of them. Or World of Wayne, should I say? Not Wayne's World. And then there's a few others out there that are going to do it. So
yeah, I mean, I can only assume
Chris
that
Campion will probably want to do it as well.
I would think so.
So
I think they were waiting until the R2 finished. That's the only thing I can assume.
I get that.
And there's a lot of people still waiting on their last packs of R2.
Are they? Okay, fair enough. That might have some bearing on it then.
So if it doesn't start by the end of January,
R2, and I've seen some others online as well, and I'm like, it does look very good. It does look very good.
Yeah.
So if they do stuff up on the X-Wing, then I'll do the R2. But yeah.
Rat Pack says, if I do one kit a month, not likely. I'd statistically have enough to last me 3 years, but I'd say maybe 2 years. The big Bismarck will last me half to 1 year, he thinks, with all he has planned for it.
Yeah, some stuff you like my Enterprise that took me 2 years to build. All right, I wasn't building that day in day out. I was coming to it back and forth from it, putting it down, leaving it aside for a little while, then going back to it. But that is a huge kit, and I had a lot inside it, and that's why it took me so long. But yeah, and also I tend to have the kits that are in my stash are kits that I'm going to build.
Yeah,
I have every intention to build them. Yeah,
I've got a few sitting in my stash that I might not get around to building now because I do tend to focus now on the 144 stuff. But I picked up a lot of kits before I started doing that, of like the Bandai Star Wars things that are 48th and 72nd, things like that, which I do want to build, but I just don't have the time to sit down and do all it. I've got lots of other things that I want to build as well, so it's just a case of finding the time to do it. Axel Rod says, I signed up for the American one, talking about the X-Wing, received the second and third month, but they still need to send out the first month.
Oh,
so it might be out in America, but it might not be out very well.
Oh,
So
That's a
yeah,
bit pants.
I got the first month. I got the first 5 issues.
Send them out. You got it twice.
Just send me the second and third month, and keep sending them to me every month. Yeah.
Look at me. I love them.
Yeah, I reckon by the end of January it will be announced, if not available yet.
I hope so.
I wouldn't have a place to put those things.
Yeah, you got to hang it from the ceiling. I think that's the only thing you can do with the big things like that.
I think you make space.
I've got the Falcon sitting over there on top of a TV unit that hasn't got a TV on it.
I'd like to do the Falcon too.
Yeah, I think the Falcon you can get. I'd say cheaper.
You can buy the Falcon in one hit now, can't you?
Yeah, I think 1 or 2 hits and it's doable. Yeah.
I think it's $1,100 or something.
Yeah,
like
the trouble with doing it in one hit is it's one bill as well.
That is the problem. It's like someone said to me from my video, 100 issues at whatever it is per month or per issue, that works out crazy money. I'm like, yeah, when you look at it that way, yeah, but when I'm doing it each month, I try not to think of it that way.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, whatever, 900 quid, but it's also £9 a week.
Right.
But it's a pound a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's a little over £1 a day, and if you
for what
don't
get,
buy your morning coffee or something, then you're saving.
For what you get, it's if you, it's like, look, that. Can you see that? It's probably over.
You haven't even opened it.
No, I haven't opened it. I'm purposely not opening it. But like, the
you should open it. You might build it. You might not like it.
No, because that would just be like stupid, wouldn't it? Like I did with the R2. I got the first few issues of R2 thinking, yeah, I can squeeze this in to do the both together, along with the Mustang. And it was like, no, I can't, because I was hoping to buy it from the store. I was hoping I was going to get it each week from the store.
Yeah,
like on the sly sort of thing, under the radar, sneak it in. But then the shop stopped doing it. I was like, no. You have to subscribe for it online. Oh yeah, that's right. And Mrs. can say, why have we got 3 lots of Dear Cassini going out?
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jamie Bone says, Steve, what is that 135th Revel kit in the background?
It's a 172nd, and it is.
Have you got a 135th somewhere then? Okay, you might be seeing one. I don't know.
No, not you can see in that. All my kits are there and there.
Yeah. What is that the plane? Is it that one? Is it that one, Jamie?
This is the 172nd Avril Shackleton, and it's nearly. I'm just in the middle of doing the decals at the moment.
Yeah, it was that one.
Yeah, I'm just doing the decals, and I've done the first lot of propellers on there.
That's got a lot of propellers. Why has it got so many?
Because it's the Avro, so it's big, heavy. So it's got in total 4 engines, but then double props on each engine, and then you got underneath. So yeah, I've just started, like I say, putting the props on and just started decaling last night. So
do the propellers all go? I mean, not on the kit, obviously, necessarily, but
no.
When they do double propellers like that, do they turn at the same speed?
Yes, and one turns one way, one turns the other.
They do rotate different directions. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. You can go online on YouTube and search for the Shackleton, and you can see them doing startups of it. The engines are pretty powerful. It doesn't fly anymore. They can't fly because it's too. Well, there's only about 2 or 3 of them left around.
I'm intrigued by the propellers. If it works like that, I'm intrigued by the propellers being like 2 sets of 3 on one thing. If it works like that, why do all planes not do that? Or is it not as efficient or more efficient? Or
some do, some don't. If you look at the Airbus, the transport Airbus, rather than having 2 sets of propellers, that's got 8 actual props on it, and they turn as well.
Strange. Rat Pack. Jamie Bone says my uncle used to work on those.
Yeah, brilliant. I hadn't really thought about it. I just happened to see it last year on sale, and I thought, I'll buy that. And then someone was doing a group build in another group, War at Sea, and I decided to do it. I didn't get to finish it, But then also, excuse me, I was in a Secret Santa, and I don't know, before Christmas I was talking about PE and stuff, and my Secret Santa decided to buy me a load of PE. A lot of it is for the Shackleton, and I was like, I've finished it now, more or less. So I bought another one
Just to use the PE on, yeah.
just to get the PE. But the PE is worth it. It's all the flaps and stuff like that. It's quite extensive, and yeah. But it is a nice kit. It goes together very well. Some of the mistakes are due to operator error.
Yeah, most things are normally.
Yeah, but no, it's a lovely kit actually. And so I'm going to finish it, and then from my mistakes I've made on that.
You seem to have gone out of focus.
Yeah, I think it's because of the light sometimes. 1 second.
Rat Pack says, I'm not going to lie, most of what I have are Gunpla. He's got 20 mg or so and other scales. Got a few Revel kits as well. Keep bettering myself with the airbrush, so getting really good kits stay unbuilt, because he's going to get better and obviously wants to make a good job of them. So I can understand that, but you got to get in and give them sometimes.
Yep. I've just bought I bought one, and then got one for Christmas, my first ever Tamiya kits. Yeah, they look really, really smart.
So we've got Ray from Malta's in. Ray, evening, Ray.
Hey.
The one I bought just before Christmas was the new Spitfire.
Oh wow!
Right, yeah. If John's still in, he'll like that. He likes Spitfires.
Yeah, so I bought that just before Christmas, which came out on the 17th. And then for Christmas, I also got a F14D Tomcat.
Oh wow!
And I got a load of PE and stuff for that as well, and resin wheels. So, not sure which I'm going to start first. I've got either that, or
you said you had 5 kits to do this year.
Okay, so
is that 3 of them?
The Spitfire is one. The Tomcat is another. Then
what about the one we were just talking about, the Shackleton thing?
The Revel Shackleton, if I do it, it'd be due at the end of the year. If I do, that'd be an extra bonus kit.
Oh, right.
And the other one is the Revel Star Wars Star Destroyer.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then I've got a 1350 Klingon Bird of Prey.
Oh, wow.
Is that the one that you had trouble getting, or you got it now? Or?
No, that's the Katinga.
Oh, that was different.
Battle cruiser. The person who I was going to be getting it off, I give up in the end. And so the other one I've got is the main D9R bulldozer. And I'm open to, if I can. I've bought some like micro SMDs. And I'm going to try and light the bulldozer.
They're the really tiny ones, aren't they?
Yes. Because the Star Destroyer will be fully lit. I've got all the fiber optics and stuff for that. But I've just seen someone building one, and they've got all the extra resin bits for the Star Destroyer.
All right.
Wow.
And I'm like, wah. And the thing is, you can only get them in the States, and it's like, because you can get the extra domes. There's some extra PE to go on them. Then there's some more better resin cut engines on the back, the bells.
If only we knew someone in America that could.
I know how much it is. I can get it. It's just like how much I could get it for. And then they've also got like a tiny little Falcon as well that sits on the back.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Ray says, "Happy New Year, Lynn."
Happy New Year, Ray.
Jamie and Osric are talking about the contra-rotating things, saying that the Theory Gannet had propellers that did that, and Osric says it eliminates torque in really powerful engines. And Shane Young says my Uncle Dave used to work on them as well in Cyprus when he was in the RAF in the 60s and 70s. Jamie Bones' uncle used to work on the SE Rescue variants, used to help with the rubber dinghies and life support systems in the 60s. Rat Pack says, right, so any of you shop Star Wars kits online? If so, from where? I only find Amazon selling it. Yeah, basically, at the moment,
You mean the
Amazon.
Bandai?
Bandai now you can get some. I think the 5 or 6 different ones available from Revell in the UK, which are the Bandai ones. But
have they released them yet?
Yeah, the Falcon's out.
I know they've done the PG Falcon.
The PG Falcon's out now. I think there's more either out now or coming out very soon.
But I tend to get more. I do tend to get my Bandai if I am going to get it from eBay.
All right, yeah. I haven't bought any kits for a while now, but
I try and because you got all their rating systems. I try and go if I'm doing that from that far away. I won't lose anybody that's below 99 point something, 99%.
Yeah, you got to be careful with some of them on eBay, but
yeah.
But I must admit, touch wood, I've had all the ones I've got and that built. I've had no problems with them.
It all depends what you're looking for, really. If you can get it from a reputable seller, then that's fine. If not, you might wait and see what Revell Bandai are going to be doing in the future. I'm still waiting on the half-scale BB-8 to go with him and the 3PO. So if that comes out in the UK, I'll be snapping that up. But
I've got that on a watch list on eBay.
But
once you include all the postage and packaging, it's sitting about the 140, 150 mark.
Yeah, which is probably what it's going to be at when it releases, if it releases here. But I still rather get it locally rather than
if I can. Yeah, I've had it on my watch list sometimes. So.
Tyrone says, I need to get a Tiger tank kit as one of my first ever kits I made and painted myself as a Tiger tank. So his question is, what's a good Tiger tank kit these days? I don't know. I don't do tanks. Vincent will be the one to know if he's still about. If Mr. Loft's model making is still in there.
Vincent know that.
He'll be able to tell you that. But
get the one that's got the Zimmerit on it though.
The what?
That looks quite good. You can get the ones that got the Zimmerit.
What's that?
I think it's where they painted concrete on it.
Oh right, okay. Is that like some sort of armor plating?
Yeah, make it even. Yeah.
Make it really, really heavy. I mean, it's already heavy.
But...
Jamie Bones says, my dad used to help make bulletproof helmets. He used to camouflage Sea Harriers, Tornadoes, Hunters, and Jaguars in the 80s and 90s. Everyone's dad had really cool jobs. My dad was in insurance.
My dog. Well, man was an arsehole.
Shane Young's uncle worked on the Westland Wessex after that as well.
Wow.
Rat Pack says, I bought one on eBay. It ended up being a tiny little bleep. I have 1/72 Pose X-Wing that I got from Amazon, but both places make you wait a month. Yeah, that's the downside. A lot of it, when you get from Amazon, it isn't from UK Amazon, it's from Amazon that then ship from Japan. And
that is the downtime. It does take a while to get here.
Yeah, I just looked for a half-scale BB-8 on Amazon, and it ships from Japan.
Yep.
They don't have it.
Yeah. So, but then again, we've all got lots of stash to build through. You're not waiting on that one kit to build next, so it doesn't really matter if it's going to take you a month to get it. Because
that's why at the moment I'm in no hurry. I've put myself in a bit of a kit buying ban. I'm trying to get tools and stuff. I've been buying the Hobby Zone units.
Yeah, I've got a few of them.
Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at the moment.
I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I've got 6.
Yeah, I've got 8 at the moment, and I want to get 1.5. Well, not 1.5. It's 1, and then it's a half size one as well.
I got 0.
You got 0, yeah. But when you get set up in your new place, you'll need some, so you'll end up getting a few of that.
I do like them; they are good.
Yeah, they're very nice. So I've got the 2 and a bit you can see down there, the long drawers, the tall drawers. I've got the little drawers behind R2, and
the little drawers of 6.
The little drawers of 6, yeah. They basically look just like them, but cut across the middle. I've got the brush tooly holdy thing, which is out there, and I've got the little triangular bit on the end that you can't see that doesn't really do very much, but that just finished it off. And I've got a Vallejo one for their paints, which isn't a Hobby Zone one, but it's the same sort of stuff, but made by Vallejo.
I've got the Hobby Zone one for the Vallejo
Which is
paint.
full up over there as well, and I've got drawers full of that. But I need to do something else with Vallejo paints. They fit in these drawers quite nicely.
Oh, do they? Oh.
Yeah, laying down, but they're just the right size to fit in there.
Yeah. Things I want now, I've got them. I forget about them.
I've got the normal ones I've got up there. I can't quite get to them. R2's in the way, but yeah, I've got two drawers of these little ones. One with the normal mecha color and one with the mecha weathering sort of stuff, the oil stains and all that sort of stuff in there.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I should have tidied up my spray booth before I.
My God,
Oh,
man.
I've just knocked off my restraining bolt as well.
no.
I better find that because otherwise R2 will be going crazy and
It'll be going running off.
you will be. I was quite happy with that. That was 3D printed, the restraining bolt, with a magnet fitted to it, so it actually sticks to it.
Yeah, it looked really cool.
There we go.
Did you do one for C3PO?
Yeah.
I didn't do one for 3PO. No, I didn't feel the need. In theory, that one would work on him. I'd have to put a magnet on the inside of him, but
Yeah.
no, I don't. 3PO doesn't need one. I don't think. R2's the one that needs to be kept in check.
Yeah.
3PO will just quite happily sit where you put him, and he won't get in the way.
So tell me, when he's on the floor,
Yep,
and he's on,
yep,
can he just move randomly whenever he wants to?
pretty much, yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's got what they call a patrol mode,
Yeah.
which is him deliberately moving around and using the little sensors built into his arms and legs so he doesn't bump into much things. He does bump into things. He doesn't see everything.
Like Christmas tree.
Yeah, Christmas trees, and I think shiny things he doesn't seem to see because it's ultrasonic. It's some sort of, I don't know if it doesn't bounce back the right way or.
Huh.
But yeah, he does seem to have trouble with shiny things. And well, on the video that when I turned him on, he just made a beeline straight for 3PO and wiped him out. No idea why, but I haven't trusted him to see. He's got sensors under the feet that will tell when he goes over, like about to fall off a step or something.
Yeah.
Apparently, but I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to try and test that one.
Considering he bumps into walls and things, I don't know that I'd trust it to not fall down the stairs.
That'd be it.
I saw a video. Somebody did something about. It was a review of R2, and it was just bumping into walls and to the railings and all this other stuff. And he says sometimes the sensors don't work.
Yeah, I think there's something about if you engage patrol mode through the app, it doesn't register the sensors, but if you do it through the button on the front, it does. But I don't know all of it. It's very strange.
And what's it like using the app to control it?
The app to control it is, yeah, I mean, it controls it fine. When you're using the app to actually control the head round and everything else. On the iOS app, the head moves in sort of stages. You press the turn button and it turns like, I don't know, 30 degrees or something.
Mm-hmm.
And if it will turn in steps of 30 degrees. Apparently the Android app is a smooth movement thing, but that wasn't to begin with. They updated the app to do that. So
yeah, because all the ones I've seen, it's him moving around and the head stays still.
all right. When you make him go forward, the head will turn to forwards while he's moving. Because he doesn't go forward with his head looking backwards, because that wouldn't be right, would it?
But yeah, if you've seen him on the movies, he does move his head from side to side sometimes.
He can move it around side to side, but if you just keep going forwards, then the head will sort of locate to the front. You can still override it and make it look to the sides.
Oh, right, that's good. Yeah.
But if you just press forward, then his head will go forward and he'll go forward because you know that's what it does. Axel says most of the wait time in Canada for shipping is when it gets sent to customs. Either it goes through or it sits in there for a month or two in the holding bin. Yeah, that's about right. Oh, Trouton Chard's in. Says Lowell. You. Tyrone says there should be one of these magazine models of an Imperial mouse droid. Yeah, well, that's basically one of R2's feet, isn't it?
They would be, yeah, literally.
I don't think they could get 100 issues out of it.
No, I don't know. Some of the parts they send out sometimes are like.
Yeah, but then again, sometimes they send out big bits that.
I've got 2 bits of plastic because I had the same thing with the Mustang. You know, you get okay. I've got these 2 bits of plastics. What do I do with it? Oh,
You do
wait
that.
for another issue. Oh, okay. I'll just put them down there then. I was
Yeah.
like, there were some issues when I was like, really? Come on.
But then again, on R2 was the same. You get a couple of issues where it's literally just these 2 bits, just do that and you're done.
I know, that's what I mean. Sometimes it was like,
But then again, you get one issue that's got, like the camera in it or the projector, or
yeah, it's
there's
like
some bits that are worth well more than the cover price.
yeah. It's
So
like when I got the main body for the Mustang, it come in this massive box because it's all cast metal, and the box it come in and it's heavy as fuck. Sorry, heavy as tough, and it had the official Ford label on it and everything.
Yep.
Oh wow!
Officially Ford merchandise product.
yeah, I mean the dome on R2 is a one-piece metal dome.
Yeah, one piece. Yeah.
Which is quite nice. That came in quite a big box.
I know there are bits where it's worthwhile.
Yeah, Trot says, I bet Eagle Moss could get a couple of hundred out of it. Yeah, probably right.
Eagle Moss, yeah, because it's over 100 issues for that DeLorean, isn't it?
DeLorean, I think it's 120 or 130.
Jeez.
Something like that.
I think 100 issues is about right. I think
100 issues is, I mean, if it's weekly, then 100 issues is, let's say, 2 years, just under 2 years in theory, but in practice it's just over because weeks and months and things don't fit in very well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, mine, I started with the subscription as soon as it started, and about a year in, they had some problem. They said they had problem taking payment, but they take payment from the same card all the time, and it was still in date. And basically, they didn't try to take payment for 1 month, so that I had to then contact them and mess about with them, and it put me a month behind everybody.
Yeah, that's annoying, and I bet that must be really frustrating because you're seeing all these people getting their bits and building it, and you're like, going, "Where's my freaking bits?"
It wasn't, because it was quite nice, because then people would find, oh, this bit's not quite right. You need to do this to it, and I'd have that knowledge going into it.
Yeah,
where the problems were going to be. But when it got to Christmas, and I knew that the 100th issue was out there, and I'd have to wait until I wouldn't have had it yet. I basically phoned them up and said, "Look, can you just send me the last pack?" They said, "Oh, we can't do that. We have to cancel your subscription and then send them out as like a back order." And it's like, "Oh, okay." They checked while I was on the phone to them. They checked. "Oh, yeah, they're all in stock. That's not a problem. We'll get them set out. You have to pay for them up front, whereas normally you'd get them sent and then you pay for them a week later or whatever."
Yeah.
So it's like, you have to pay for them up front. That's fair enough, not a problem. So I did that. They cancelled the subscription, and it came very shortly after, and it wasn't a problem. And I've noticed a lot of people in the forums have been having trouble with it because they sent out another binder at the end as well, and people still haven't received some of them. And I seem to miss that bullet by cancelling the subscription, really.
Yeah, it's pretty lucky there. Pretty lucky.
Wow.
So did you put the upgrade parts in it?
No, I've just done the restraining bolt, which I printed myself. I've done some light blocking on the insides of the ankles where he's got little blue lights. And just weathered it, really. That was the last video was. AJ says he just dropped in for a moment. It's half time in a match. How much was the total R2D2 kit? Well, it's $8.99 an issue, and it's 100 issues, so you can do the math yourself. It's actually a little bit less than that because the first issue was cheaper, and I think for subscribing they send you an issue free or something. So it's it's 880 or something, about there.
Yeah,
but it's over 2 years, so it's $8.99 a week. So yeah, people are asking what match it is now. Yeah, I had Trout and Trout says you got your last issues before mine. Yeah,
if that's the last, if it's match
before me, but then, sorry, what was that, Steve?
Premier League.
I don't know. Is it one of them ballfoot things? Is it?
If it's Premier League, it'd probably be City and Liverpool.
City, any city, or just a city?
Man City, sorry.
Right. Okay. I don't know. It could be any. It could be. He'll tell us what match it is in a minute if he hasn't gone back and watched it already.
Yeah.
I'll have a look, see what the score is.
Tyrone says you should be able to build 10 of them from 100 issue, and they're all different colours. So I know a few people have been collecting it twice and getting 2 of each issue and building 2 at the time.
Oh, wow.
Someone was doing one as like the Black Imperial version. And someone was building one along with their daughter and doing it in like pink and purple or something.
I don't know if anybody myself has done that, but I have known that someone did that with the Falcon.
Yeah.
All right.
Because he said he's got two. He's got one on the wall and then one on its landing gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's and the Falcon's big, but yeah.
To my if I had a personal choice, if you knew what was coming, I think for me it'd be one of the Falcon, but definitely if I ever could afford it, two of the R2.
Right.
Yeah.
You could do the black one or something. Yeah.
Jamie Bones says Chris, Man City were winning 1-0.
Yeah, one City.
AJ says Man City and Liverpool.
Yep.
Second half now, so he's gone. But see you, AJ. If football's more important than us, that's fine. We don't mind. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'd build another one. But then again, most kits.
No, I mean, if you do it side by side.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would, because I don't know. It doesn't.
No, I mean, if money was no object.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
No, because they're the same. You know, they're the same.
Yeah.
They just look a bit different. But yeah.
I wouldn't mind having one.
No, I mean,
I wouldn't mind having a Falcon either.
You got one.
No, I got the PE Falcon from Bandai. But I
Shane,
like the Agostini one.
Shane sent me these last year, little wooden R2s, which are like
Yeah.
laser cut things that I built up. And he actually sent me 4 of them. He sent me 3, then he sent me another one. So I did one of them as the Imperial. And I did another one as a dirty Dagobah version, which I really enjoyed doing, making them up. And in the instructions when you get them, show a 4th one in green, which I keep meaning to get around and doing, but at the moment I've just primed him in white, so I've still got to paint the details on him. At some point I will, but so many things to do, so little time.
You could do that as a red one.
It could be red, yeah. No, the instruction sheet, which I've got somewhere, does show a green one. It gives the name for him. I can't remember. It's like R12B57 or something. I don't know what it's called, but I said I'll do that one. So,
I like how you would do a big one though.
yeah, he's in chat. He just says you already have the R2s in all colours. Yeah, I haven't done all colours yet. I will get around and do that one. But yeah. Trial said I've still got a second 3PO. May do 4 LOM, silver or white 3PO or black Imperial droid with it.
Oh, the big C3PO.
You got the second one. I didn't know you had a second one. I know you got the one because you did a much nicer job on it than I did.
You rushed yours a little bit, I think.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to get it done. But that's the same with a lot of things. My building and painting skills aren't as good as my videos often make them look. My main mantra for doing that sort of thing was it's better than it was when I started.
Oh yeah, definitely. Must be sure.
It could be a lot better if I spent more time and effort, but there's so many things. It's all the things to do. So you know,
real life goes on.
I was doing that for so long, but yeah, I mean the bits around with the arm actuator things were solid. So I had to drill out and file that down, and it's a pig of a plastic to file because it melts and it's horrible. Yeah. So it just took ages to get that. I didn't get it perfectly and got rid of all the grooves and made it all flat and shiny. And yeah, I didn't do that.
I'll use the journal.
Oh right, he said he's got it due to Amazon messing up. They sent a second one, then the first turned up. So he got a free one. So it's even better. Yeah,
I couldn't even get one.
Well, that's because he's got more. Well, you don't need one because you haven't got the R2. Yeah, but I'm looking at him over. I know you lot can't see him because he's over there. But yeah, I'm happy with how he came out. The filling of the screw holes was the other thing that was fun and would have benefited from taking longer doing it. And the problem is that you've got to have bits of him apart for painting and modifying, and then you've got to put it together, and you can't then, or I couldn't then fill the screw holes and paint it again because it wouldn't look right, and actually I ran out of gold paint.
Oh wow.
Free 3PO, yeah, C C3PO.
Yeah.
It'd be, wouldn't it? Yeah, it'd be C.
Is that the Haskell 3PO you're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, that's AJ says, can you start a new subscription at any time? We're talking about the R2 and that. As far as I'm aware, yes.
I think you can, yeah.
I know that the Falcon, which has been finished for 2 years now, that must be 4 years ago that I started doing that. Oh, God, is that 4 years ago? That's scary.
Yeah, must be, Christ. Yeah.
That's when I started getting back to models again, when they started doing the D'Agostini Falcon. And I thought that'd be a nice kit to build and make.
Oh, wow.
I bought the first couple of issues and thought, yeah, that's going to be good. But I don't want to do anything with it without some practice.
No.
So I picked up the Colonial Viper, Battlestar Galactica, and thought, yeah, it's a kit. I remember I used to do kits. It'll be easy. And then looking at it and thinking, I don't know what to do on that. Looked on YouTube and found Fox. And obviously watched him building the Viper. And then the Boom Hut started and joined in that, and the rest is history.
That's like me with my my Enterprise. Because I used to do model railwaying, and then we moved, and we didn't have a lot of room up here. But I've been watching a guy called Simon Merks, Papa Smurf, and he builds all these. And what he does is out of this world. And so I decided to set up all my railway stuff. And the first kit I got was this big bloody Enterprise. Massive box. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm like,
just panic sets in. And
so I bought a couple of Bandai kits, and then I built a little bit of the Enterprise. I'm like, no, I'm gonna put that down for a little bit now, and then and I think I did the 144 Falcon from Bandai. Lit that up, so that was quite good. And then just kept going back to it. So that's why it's taken so long to do that, 2 years ago. Yeah.
Well, it's the nice thing with these subscription kits is that it's going to take a long time. Each individual bit doesn't take any time at all. Doing the subscription route with these, you get 4 issues every month-ish. Might be every 4 weeks, depending on how months fall and stuff like that. But
that's exactly why I with the Mustang. So
yeah, when I got 4 issues, it would literally, with the R2, most of them, within an hour or two, I've done the 4 issues. And that's filming it as well now. So it doesn't take any time at all. Some of the videos are only like 2 minutes long, and a minute of that's titles.
I found with the Mustang that some issues I could bang them out in about like probably 10 minutes, one issue. Yeah. And then I did have a couple of problems. One where it was taking me like 3/4 an hour to do one issue, and it was like, oh. So trying to do a build series, sometimes it did drain me a little bit, I must admit. Yeah,
I mean the videoing of things is, again, it's not for everyone. I know a few people that started it and not got on with it and not enjoyed it. I do enjoy doing it, and people seem to enjoy watching it. So I'm happy to keep going and keep building them. So it'd be interesting. So the R2, I wasn't filming at the time when I started doing it. And even after I started filming, I didn't film any R2 because I didn't think that was something that people would, watch. It was only it was Chandra in the Boom Hut that sort of said, you should start filming them. So I did. And I mean, they don't get lots of views. They seem to average, each episode seems to average about 100 views, which for my stuff it's fine. It's not, I'm happy for anybody to watch anything. I'd make it if 10 people were watching it. But I mean, some of the later videos that I did a special on the batteries when I was charging the batteries up and talking about the type of batteries they were, and that's like 500 views or something on that.
Yeah, because I think that was quite interesting because the batteries for that are so particular. It's not like you just go down Tesco's and buy a load of stuff.
They're a little bit different there, and because you're talking about quite powerful batteries, they're lithium-ion rechargeable things that potentially have a lot of energy inside them, and I mean, the phones explode and things like that, so it could be a problem. So you want to get it right. But let's see. Trouton Child says my 3PO hands are much better than it. Yeah, I did the hands quite well, but apart from that, the rest of it, yours is much better than mine. Mark Dale's in saying, evening all. Trouton Child says that's brought up an interesting point. Have you ever left the model in your stash because you think you'd ruin it, and then wait for your skills to improve before tackling it?
Yep.
And he also says, don't mention the batteries. He had trouble with his batteries. He got some that seemed to be the wrong ones. We're not mentioning the batteries
I
anymore.
see that being quite. I don't think he'd be the only one.
No, I've seen a few people have had some trouble with it, but Rat Pack says I never stopped with a kit I started, never really messed up a kit, but I've used a long time on them. Yeah. Have I stopped a kit or not started a kit yet? Because I don't think I'm ready for it. In a way, yeah. I've got a couple of boats that are going to be very complicated builds, with sort of lines and rigging and stuff. And although they're 144, they're quite big. I've got the I think a Snowberry.
Oh wow!
Which is going to be quite complicated. I've got a landing craft as well. One of the I can't remember the name of it now, but a landing craft that's got the front that folds down and it's got tanks and things and a helicopter on the deck, which is again going to be a complicated build.
Is that the one that's got about like 8 different vehicles in it as well?
Yes and no. There's 2 versions of it. There's the American one, which comes with 6 vehicles, of which I've got the pack. The tank and the truck up here are actually from a pack that. Oh, there we go, down here. Revell do US Army vehicles, which has got 2 of each of them in there, and that was about £8, I think, for the 6 of them. But that is in the American version. The one I've got is actually the Russian version, I think, which is the same basic ship, but it's got a helicopter landing pad on the back as well. I think it only comes with 3 or 4 vehicles and a helicopter. So it's the same, but a little bit different. So yeah, those I haven't started yet because I'm not quite sure that I'm there to do them justice. But
that's me with my Falcon. I'm waiting to get a little bit better and start learning the airbrush technique and stuff like that before I start tackling either one of them.
Yeah, well, AJ says, Chris, did you complete the Diag Falcon? Yes, but I didn't paint it. I was building it basically along with the magazine week to week. I've done some weathering and bits on it. I painted like the cockpit and things that needed painting, but I haven't completely redone the entire panels and everything. So only it looks good. I've got a few pictures of it. I don't know if they're on my page or if I put them in the Boom Hut or anything. I assume everybody watching is a member of the Model Makers Boom Hut on Facebook. If not, there's a description in the description of the video, all of my videos. There's a link to it. Come and join that. They're all nice people in there. They'll help you out. But yeah, check out my Facebook page, which is funnily enough Gross Models. I'm sure somewhere in the history on that I've got pictures of the Falcon that I've taken. If not, give me a shout and I'll make sure I put a few up. But yeah, bits of it I painted, but most of it is as is rather than starting from the top, which a lot of people have done and they look really good. But I just wasn't happy again with a big expensive kit like that. I wasn't happy completely spraying it because I didn't have an airbrush at the time either. I literally started doing nothing from 4 years ago. Let's see. Quick question, Jamie Bone. What's the paint pot variant for Tamiya AS12 bare metal silver in either Tamiya or Citadel? I don't know. I mean, silver. In Citadel, they do a few. I've got a couple of different silvers. It depends what you want to paint and what you want to do. I mean, I've got a lot of Vallejo air spray paints, and they do like a silver, a chrome, a steel, and they all look like they're all slightly different. But you could show me one of them, and I couldn't tell you which one it was. But you could put all 3 down on something, and they'd all be different. But what's that one you got there?
Right.
Which one was that?
The Vallejo Chrome.
Chrome, yeah.
The Model Air. I've used that a few times.
Yeah, so I picked up the Model Air Metallics pack, which has got some nice things in it. But it's got like a steel, a chrome, and aluminium, silver. I think there's like 4 or 5 that I wouldn't be able to tell them apart. One's like slightly shinier, and one's a little bit darker. But yeah, there's lots of different. I don't know. AS is the rattle can, isn't it, for Tamiya paints?
Yeah.
I've got.
You got MIG do a polished metal one.
I've got Chrome Silver, which is X11 in Tamiya,
Supposed to be real good.
which is just a silver. What else have I got there? That's
Try the Vallejo True Metal colors.
flat aluminium or aluminum, as Leonard say.
Aluminum.
Which is XF16, but that's not quite so shiny. I've also got gunmetals and greys and that in the Tamiya, but
We'll get the durable
lumens, yeah.
and then do the C1 laser.
I haven't got them yet. I've got the C1. I've got some C1 up there, which I'm going to be playing around with the MiGs.
Yeah, I've got the beryllium and the C1 because I used it on the engine bells of my Eagle, like Fox did.
Yeah, yeah.
Come out really well, really well.
Trout and Charles says I've got the 172nd HMS Snowberry converted to the ship from the Cruel Sea. 172nd. I think it's the Snowberry that I've got that's going to be that big. So 72nd will be twice that. So that's going to be huge.
Oh, wow.
Shane Young says I've got the 124th Revel man fire engine, but I never made anything that big, so I keep putting it off. Silly, really. I don't think it's silly.
Go to Festa.
Colin is doing
Yeah,
it.
Colin did a.
He's doing it now.
Yeah.
And he's changing it from right-hand drive to left. No, from left-hand drive to right-hand drive.
Yeah.
Things like that I would worry about doing.
And he's going to be opening up all the cab.
He's going to roll the shutters and things, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to light it up and everything.
Yeah. Maybe
AJ says it was brave of you to weather R2D2. Not sure I'd want to weather such a beautiful kit. I was in two minds about it, but he was too clean.
It needs it, doesn't it?
It's Star Wars. Nothing's shiny. Everything needs a certain level of weathering to. I didn't want to go heavy on it, so he's only a little bit weathered. But now you can see the panel lines all pop a little bit more, and when you take away if I can do it from behind me, I can't. It's going the wrong way because it's mirrored. If you take away the restraining bolt, you can actually see the ring where it goes, just a little bit, and I can't put it back now. It's that way and that way, and that way.
Over.
Yeah, there you go. Because there's another magnet stuck on the inside of the door, so it only goes in one place. So yeah, there's a level to how dirty you want it to be. That's probably the cleanest that it should be, unless you're doing like the medal ceremony throne room scene, in which case he's got to be really shiny. But I figured he was never going to stay really shiny because he's not going to be put in a cabinet. He's going to be sitting on the floor, so he's going to get dusty and not dirty as such. But so he's got to have a certain level of muckiness. But I didn't want to go full Dagobah on him because that would just be wrong.
Yeah, I think you've just got just the right there.
I'm happy with that. Trout and Child says mine's dirtier. So yeah, he's gone a bit dirty. Don't think I've seen any pictures of your R2 at the moment. So make sure you send them through so we keep an eye on them. Yeah, to say Colin's just starting his man fire engine thing.
Yeah.
Mark Dale says, love the weathering, although I thought you may do dust and sand. Yeah, I did consider it. This is just Starship Filth. And what was the other one? The Starship Wash or something, Streaking Grime from MiG. So you can get away with that with everything. You can still go into the desert and not be wrong because it's just general wear and tear filth rather than environment filth, as it were. So you could still add dust and stuff to it, although then you're sort of tying it to being in a particular time and place, isn't it? So I thought I'd do it just more as a general dirty R2 rather than a dirty because he's been in a swamp or desert or... apparently I made him order some Starship Filth. Everyone should have Starship Filth in their stash.
Yeah,
that was this I've done using the oil brusher, which is just easy. It's so convenient. I've got a tube of the real stuff, but being an oil paint, it takes a lot longer for it to dry and do anything with. Although it's sometimes useful in weathering because it takes longer for it to dry. The oil brush is just great. It's easy, it's quick. Stuart Bremner's in saying good evening. Evening. You're in just before we sort of finish, so yeah. In fact, I just noticed it is actually 9:30, so that's about the end of it. Starship Filth, the best thing since Null Oil, says Trot and Trod. It probably came out first. I certainly knew about it first, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's about the last 4 or 5 tubes of it.
Yeah, I know Fox has got like a drawer full of it. I think he bought them up when he was doing the Falcon because he figured he'd need them to do the whole Falcon, but he only ever did the cockpit, so he only used like a millimeter of the stuff.
Yeah.
Looking forward to trying it. He's got the AT to start. Yeah, the AT was nice. I've not got it here. It's in the other room. I did the Hoth diorama on that. That was the first diorama build that I did, and that's the one that sort of made my channel. Not that it's made it to anything particularly special, but nearly 50,000 views on that one video. I don't know why. Yeah, on the Hoth diorama from a year ago.
That done that I did, Dio. Right, I did the other way. I went completely rusted and broken up.
Yeah, I keep meaning to do a kit really knackered and rusted. The tug was my first step in that direction of being old and knackered, but it's not as knackered as it was in my mind. So I might go at that a bit further before I do the diorama for that. But
how's the tugs coming along?
The tugs are finished.
Oh,
they're actually done.
I didn't see your last video.
Yeah, there was a last video. There's about a 5th video of that, I think.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it finished. I haven't done them in a diorama yet. That'll be a separate thing.
Okay.
They're done as it was.
Tugs, but I just didn't see them. Didn't know if you started the diorama yet.
No, I keep putting that off. I've got plans for it and ideas ticking away, but yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't been happy with water yet. I've been trying to practice bits of water from time to time, but
yeah,
I haven't found a quite right way of doing it. But we'll get there. There's no rush. That's the thing about this. There's no deadlines. There's no anything. You just get on and do it whenever you feel like it. So at the moment, there's other things going on that, I mean, now R2's finished. In theory, I've got more time, but in practice, it was literally only about an hour a week building him. So there's not much more time.
Yeah.
So I think, I mean, that's an hour and a half, which is as long as we normally do this thing for. So Trot and Charles is off to work. May do a bit on the Valkyrie if it's quiet. Entertaining as always, guys and girls. Nightle. Yeah, thanks for watching. We'll get you on sometime. You'll figure out, get yourself a computer that can stream and you can come and join us. But
you can use an iPad or an iPhone.
And yeah, you can do it on your iPhone. It's fine. It works. It might melt a little bit if you're on for an hour and a half, but you can pop in for a little bit until the screen starts to sag and then turn it off. Carl Making Models is here for stickers. No stickers this week, and we're just going. So you made it in just time for the end, just like normal. Yeah. You've already got one of my stickers anyway. You don't need any more.
I'm still waiting for my big one.
Oh yeah, well that was an E-Models one. That's not me.
And a sticker.
No, stickers are only normal size. They don't come bigger than that. Normal Long's in saying Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year, and yeah, unless you two have got anything to finish up with. Anything else?
Really, just give my channel a sub if you could.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, put something in chat so they got something to click on. Yeah, I know you did earlier, but
we've got our Facebook group as well.
Yep, everyone subs to everything. Everyone that's in chat, if you all find your own channels, and if everyone subs to everyone else's, then the world's a happier place.
Yeah.
Somehow. I'm not sure how it's happier, but yeah. Carl says that's shameless, Steve.
Yeah, well,
that's what it's all about. Yeah, it's not a problem.
Shameless plugs and what it's all about.
Yep. Subscribe to everybody but Making Models. Don't bother subscribing to him.
Yeah.
He doesn't like plugs, so it's fine. Oh, there you go. Facebook name, same. Yeah, he's already put it in there. So right. Sergeant Bones is in saying, let me guess, just in time for you to say goodbye. Yep, I'm halfway through saying goodbye. I just stopped saying goodbye to read out your message about you being in late. So, yeah. Evening. Bye. Yeah, so thanks for coming in and watching. Thanks you two for coming along and joining me. Otherwise, I would have stopped ages ago because I'd just be bored. Are your potatoes cooked yet, Steve?
Okay.
Are your potatoes cooked yet?
I'm hoping one of the kids is going to tell me in a minute that it's done.
Or
So-
burnt.
Yeah, that probably might be the case.
All right. As I say, there won't be one of these next week because I'm going out for a meal actually, so I'm going to be enjoying myself and stuff in a few days.
Well, good,
Birthday?
good
So
for you.
in a couple of weeks, on the Thursday this week back, I'll create the event soon, and it'll be there and to look forward to. What day is it today? It's Thursday, isn't it?
Thursday.
So yeah, the next thing is Warhamster on Sunday, where I'll be painting the Turok. If I remember to prime it, remind me to prime it. I've got to prime it. I'm not going to do it tonight, but I've got to prime that, and then I should start painting the Turok. I will. And then Monday, eModels is back Monday night on the eModels channel. Me, Fox, and Ted. Assuming my internet works and I stay logged in all the time. And say not this next week. So yeah, see you on one of those. Have a good time. Enjoy making models and things. And yeah,
Bye.
good night, everybody.
Have a
Good
good one. Take care. Bye.
Oh.